Your payment history makes up about 35% of your FICO score. Most credit card companies charge a fee for late payments, which can range anywhere from $25 to $40.
A beginner or a pro with credit card, it is really exciting sometimes to think about all the benefits like cashback, earning points, miles for trips, sign-up bonuses, let's say building credit, and even much more, right? But then, as exciting as all the benefits are with credit card, things you need to know, right? Not to fall into dangerous credit card traps, like I call them a lot of times. Like let's say high credit card debt due to, let's say, out of control spending, high interest rate on credit cards, defaulting in minimum payments, let's say due to many credit cards that many people tend to have, or let's say dropping your credit score. There are so many. So due to all those problems that can arise when credit card is not properly managed, I decided to go into like very important information you need to equip yourself to help you make, let's say, the best informed decision with credit cards. So whether you're yet to, let's say, have a credit card or you have many, I'll be sharing like a lot of gems today. Yes. So stick with me till the end. Please subscribe, click the like button, and also share. So the first thing I would recommend for anybody with a credit card is to have an emergency fund. And I know you've heard a lot about emergency fund, and let's say probably you've listened to me before, or you've listened to any video I have here. But what I just want to say is that it's important you have like a cash reserve that, let's say, covers 3 to 6 months of unplanned expenses, such as, let's say, when something pops up unexpected or you're not prepared and you need to do something. Let's say, for example, your car tire or a broken pipe in your kitchen or so many things, right? You want to have money so you can actually pay off if you have to use your credit card. You need this like a backup, cash that you can use immediately when you have that emergency, so you can pay off that credit card that you would use for that emergency, pay it off immediately. Yes, and I know that that's not the case for everyone. A lot of times people take balances from one month to the other, and then all they do is pay the minimum payment. And anytime you have to pay the minimum payment, just know that you will have to pay interest on that credit card. And interest rate right now is over the roof, over 30%. Recently, I got different letters from my credit card companies informing me of increase in credit cards interest rate, but I was not bothered because I always try to pay all my credit cards bill at the end of the month. And this brings me to the second very important tip of using your credit card is to pay your credit card balances in full every month. Simply ignore the minimum payment and treat your credit card like a debit card. With your debit card, you know that it is tied to your bank account and you spend only what is in the account, right? So that's the same thing you want to do with your credit card. You want to treat your credit card like a debit card, right? And pay off everything at the end of the month so you don't have to pay interest. You don't need to pay the interest, right? So instead, what you do is you earn cashbacks or points or miles because you're using your credit card wisely. And something to note is your statement balance. Try to always pay the full statement balance on that due date. You just want to pay everything. You just want to treat that card like a debit card. The third important point also is your credit card utilization. And in simple terms, I would say it's the percentage of total credit you use from that credit card limit. So let's say you get a credit card, for example, with a limit of, let's say, 2,000 and you spent 1,500. That is 75% of 2,000, right? Or let's say you spent 500. That would be like 25% of 2,000. The recommendation actually is to spend 30% and lower of that utilization. Maintaining a low utilization level will improve your credit history. It will also impact your credit score positively, and this has great value. As a beginner, right, I would recommend always monitor your statement closing date to ensure that you have very, very low balances on your cards before that date. Most beginners usually would have, I would say, very low credit card limits. So those points mentioned are so important because thinking about it, if you follow this rule, you get the opportunity for this credit card company to increase your line due to increasing your credit score and beautiful credit history. Then the last one I want to talk about also is never miss a payment. I know sometimes life happens, and let's say something happens to you, or let's say for a long time, it's lingering and you still cannot pay as much as you used to. Maybe, for example, you exhausted your emergency fund, right? Then ensure you pay at least the minimum payment. Yes, you're going to carry balance over and you're going to pay interest on the card, but it's better to pay that minimum payment than defaulting, because defaulting will hurt your credit and you don't want anything to hurt your credit. So it's very important to at least pay the minimum payment and don't default. And the last I will add is to be careful with credit card promotion. The moment your credit score is rising, many credit card companies will be sending you mails to sign up for their credit card promotions, right? Kindly ignore. If you don't have a need for the card, you don't have a plan for the card, stick to the number of credit card you can effectively manage. Like, this is a major problem when you receive mails or promo. Like, I receive a lot of credit card mails every time, but I do not apply for them. So credit card debt is something you really need to pay attention to. It's on the increase lately and it's challenging for many people. It's challenging for many people. So you don't want to be in that trap right now. Or let's say you're already heading to that trap, so you don't want to get there. So that's why it's so important that you pay off your credit card on time and follow some of the tips that I listed in this video. Now I have a clip here where I talked about how you can pay off your credit card debt or any debt you have on time. Easy to use method. You can check this video out. There's also this video here also where I talked about a little bit about credit card and just to motivate you about credit card and help you use your card properly. It's here also. You can also check it out. Thank you so much for sticking here. Remember, challenges will always pass. It's a part of life, but you remain, so choose to glow in all seasons of your life.
Missing a payment can hurt your credit score. Your payment history makes up about 35% of your FICO score, so even one late payment can have a significant impact. This could make it harder to get loans or even rent an apartment in the future. Next, you'll likely face late fees. Most credit card companies charge a fee for late payments, which can range anywhere from $25 to $40. If you continue to miss payments, these fees can add up quickly. If you miss a payment, you could lose any promotional interest rates you had, and your interest rate might skyrocket to the penalty APR, which is often around 29%. That means your balance will grow faster and be harder to pay off. They can help you create a budget and work out a plan to manage your debt. Remember, everyone makes mistakes.
Take a deep breath. Missing one payment isn't the end of the world. Log into your credit card account online. Look for Make a Payment or Pay Now buttons. If you can, pay the overdue amount immediately. This will stop extra fees from piling up. Can't pay the full amount? No problem. Pay as much as you can to reduce the interest. Next, contact your credit card company. Explain the situation. They might waive the late fee if it's your first time. Worth a shot, right? Set up automatic payments to avoid this in the future. Most banks have this option. Just connect your checking account. Lastly, mark your calendar or set reminders on your phone. Staying on top of payments helps build your credit score. So there you go. Quick, easy, and stress-free. Your credit card is back on track.